Welcome to the Southern Cross Community Notice Board.
It's the Lakeland Festival, 29th of November. Come and enjoy live music, stalls, food and a lot more. For inquiries, phone Malcolm on 62 61 2801. And the Huon Valley Theatre Incorporated are celebrating 21 years with the Carl Lawton Fun Family Pantomime. 10 great shows, 8 evenings and 2 matinees.
The Southern Cross Community Notice Board, proudly brought to you by Bunnings. Welcome to the Southern Cross Community Notice Board.
The Cancer Council is holding a prostate cancer support group at Hobart Private Hospital Wednesday, November 18th, starting at 6:30 p.m. And on the first Sunday of every month, Brighton Market is held at Brighton Memorial Hall between 9 and 2. There's craft supplies, books, giftware and a jumping castle for the kids.
The Southern Cross Community Notice Board, proudly brought to you by Bunnings.
Good afternoon, Amanda Dygan with a look at this hour's news. At least 12 people have died in a mass shooting at a Texas military base. Reports say one shooter's been killed and 2 others apprehended. More than 30 people are believed to have been injured. The Army says the shooters are US soldiers. A motorcyclist and his passenger are being treated for head and facial injuries after a serious accident on Poatina Road yesterday afternoon. The 2 men were thrown about 9 metres into bushland after the Harley-Davidson hit a rock. And Indonesia will decide today whether to allow an Australian customs ship carrying 78 asylum seekers to stay in its waters. The Oceanic Viking has been anchored off Bintan Island for 11 days. I'll have more news next hour. Hello, in this Southern Cross news break, the operator of the Flinders Island freight service says he hopes to be cleared to set sail for the island today. The Australian Maritime Safety Authority has inspected both Southern Shipping's vessels, the Condor and the Matthew Flinders, which deliver groceries and other supplies to the island. Wall Street is being accused of jumping to the front of the line by having hundreds of swine flu vaccinations delivered to their front door. Americans are furious they're forced to line up for hours for the jab, while the big banks have received the same amount of shots as local hospitals. And Australia has won an epic one-dayer against India, despite a brilliant performance from Sachin Tendulkar. All the day's top stories are tonight at 6 on Southern Cross with Joe Palmer. Hello again. In news this hour, a former Tasmanian police chief has told a Legislative Council committee he fully expected his reappointment to be opposed. Richard McCready said he told the Premier David Bartlett prior to the announcement that the DPP Tim Ellis and the Police Association would object. Victoria's Mental Health Minister has ordered an inquiry into security at one of Melbourne's biggest psychiatric facilities after 2 patients were murdered. A fellow inmate at the Thomas Embling Hospital spent the night behind bars on suicide watch. And US singer Rihanna has broken her 9-month silence after being bashed by former boyfriend Chris Brown. The 21-year-old says at first she felt ashamed and regrets her decision to take Brown back. The news is at 6.